everybody. Got Alan Higgs on the show tonight. He's gonna play us some country music. Tune in to your Jack's Local Radio Show, and let's get it.
You're listening to the Jack's Local Radio Show. Gonna bring you some country music, 'cause it's good for your soul. Thank you for tuning in to the Jack's Local Radio Show.
All right, welcome to the show. We got Alan Higgs in the house. Can you tell us a little about yourself, growing up and all that stuff?
My name's Alan Higgs. I'm from the west side of Jacksonville, Florida. Started doing music pretty early. It's really all I ever knew how to do. My mom and dad kind of put up with it for a lot of years. All staying up at night trying to be this country singer.
So when did you start getting into music?
I was young and I was in church. I started playing drums.
How old do you think you was?
I was probably 11 or 12 years old. Started playing drums at the church, and they let me play a few times in some bigger concerts they had, and then they ended up giving me a guitar that I actually still got to this day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Lucky.
So when did you start playing the guitar? About how
I was
long?
probably about 13 or 14. I guess it wasn't long after that.
And so when did you start singing?
I've been singing since I was little, like 3 or 4 years old. My mom used to. I grew up listening to George Strait, Alan Jackson, so I was always singing along in the car all the time. And
but when you was playing in this, playing for the church and all that stuff, and when you was playing, was you singing or?
Nah, I was scared. I was scared.
So when did you start singing like in front of crowds and stuff?
I was about 16 or 17. We'd have little parties at the house, and I'd get a center block or a log and sit on it and try to sing the best I could. Wasn't the greatest. And then I used to go down the road to my buddy Zach's house, and his dad was in the band.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Zach, when his dad would get done with band practice, we'd sneak back in there and jump on the guitars and drums and attempt to make music.
And you was up, I'm pretty sure you was pretty nervous when the first time you sang in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
So when you started singing, was you singing cover tunes?
Yeah, mostly.
Kind of genre and artists.
Country, definitely.
It's always been country.
Always been country. Most of the cover songs started with Justin Moore. He was like a big influence to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I sang a lot of Justin Moore songs at parties, and I'd go do karaoke and stuff at not the bars. I was too young, but I would do at the wing houses and stuff like that. I'd sing Justin Moore. It was about the only thing that I could have thought I could sing good.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was the only one you tried, or?
I mean, I would do some older country 90s stuff that I grew up on, but Justin Moore is easy to play on guitar, so when I got into it, he was so easy to learn and play on guitar, and that's what I learned how to sing and play to at the same time was Justin Moore.
So what is some of your highlights in like your past life?
In 2011, I went and tried out for American Idol.
Nice.
That was my first ever big musical step in that direction. I tried out for American Idol, and I'm sitting here today, so it didn't work out so well. And then kept plugging away, playing every bar that I could growing up. Almost every Wednesday night, we would go to Middleburg, and it was called Pravats at the time, and I would go and sing karaoke. And at the end of the night, they let me get up there with my guitar and play a little bit, and I'm sure they hated it, but I was trying. I was trying to learn how to play music, and then it was just in and out of the bars, play music. and having parties and playing on the tailgate here and there.
I think you said something about you played on The Voice too.
Yeah, I did The Voice January of 2018.
So how you do on that one?
Well, here I am. So not too hot.
Let's check into Facebook real quick. Let me get my phone out and see what kind of questions we got going on here. It looks like we got
Just do it.
it's on the Jack's local radio show group, and the question is being asked by Scott Grass. He's asking Hank Jr. or Hank Sr.?
Definitely Hank Jr. My grandparents would probably want me to say Hank Sr. That was around their time. But Hank Jr. I think I kind of based the way I lived my life, like me and all my buddies did, was on Hank Jr. Drinking and partying and all the girls, and that was kind of
Country, but rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah.
Any songs you had on the radio?
Actually, I did, and I released my first ever single in April of 2018, Distracted.
Nice.
And never in my life thought I would ever have a song give me as much success as that one did. And I released it in April. It's hard. It's very hard to get a song on the radio. It's not, you don't just call and say, hey, can you play my music?
I've had a song on the radio myself back in Ohio.
It was...
I know what you mean.
It's very hard. I called every single radio station, and I begged our locals here. I won't say the names of the station, but I begged to have my music played. They was not having it. And then I was hanging out with my buddy Mikey one night, and it came on the radio at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. And I had emailed it to the station asking them, and they said, well, if we can get around to it, we'll play it. But don't get your hopes up.
They called you before they play it?
No.
Oh, right.
No. They told me they would try to play it that night a week before.
Oh, okay.
So the week before that Sunday night, I listened. I was waiting.
The radio called me and they said we're going to play it within the next 15 minutes. So I was like, sweet. I got my recorder, started recording.
Yeah, I got mine on my phone.
All right, give it up, Jacksonville. This is Alan Higgs.
Man, where my truck keys at? It's a Friday night. I'm finna go pick up Shawty. I'm finna hit a dirt road. Country boy life. Can't nothing beat this country life. Getting throwed on a Friday night. Marks the truck, sitting high. Big tires make you wanna fly. Down 90, waving by. Looking my haters right in the eye. Cooler full, the Corona's cold. Ride my her cause she never told. Don't get it wrong cause I keep the pole. Put a hole in it like a cereal bowl. Can't deal with them cause they like the troll. Muddy truck like black coal. In the inside with a bank roll. Shoulder thick, I'ma let her dry. Feeling on them big thighs. Wanna taste that apple pie. Stroke her slow, I'ma make her cry. Gotta ride big, that's the way to be. Tryna look in, you can't even see. Country life, boy, that's for me.
Riding down a back road, pretty thing right by my side. Cold beer in the console, a little smoke we're about to light. Live however you like, but this is my country life. I said live it however you like, but Bubba, this is my country life.
On the interstate, we ride big. Truck muddy like a fat pig. Tonka truck, I'm a little kid. Hit the gas, watch it go. Big tires, and they glow. City life ain't for me. I'm a country boy and we rolling deep. Big trucks, when we creep, sound good, motor strong. Ride big all night long. Marcio on my seats, 412s and they beat. Small cars, my Chevy E. Riding slow on the back street. Friday night, trucks everywhere. Big tires, they stop and sell. Your girl looking, playing with her hair. Like the way that Chevy sit. You in the Honda, she wanna switch. Tired of getting stuck in the ditch.
Riding down a back road, pretty thing right by my side. Cold beer in the console, a little smoke we're about to light. Live however you like, but this is my country life. I said everything right by my side. Cold beer in the console, a little smoke, we're about to light.
All right. So when's the first time you recorded in the studio?
It was in early 2018, probably around March 2018 is when I recorded Distracted. I recorded it in Georgia. And then I took a little break for a little while, and then started recording at a friend's house. And then about 3.5 months ago, I signed a deal with an independent studio.
Nice.
Lucky.
So you've been recording heavy now.
Very, very.
So you have any big venues you played at?
I played Cotton Eye Joe's, I believe it was in 2012. I played that one. That was pretty big. Probably the biggest one I've played to date. And last year I got the honor of opening up for Fillmore. He's a
That's what I'm talking about.
country artist, and he's mainstream. He's blowing up. He's doing real good for himself.
You played, I think you said something, I think I've seen somewhere you played downtown at the Mavericks.
Yeah, I did. I got to play Mavericks in, I believe it was December of last year.
And you said something about Lonely Highway?
Yeah, I've opened up for them quite a few times. They're from McClenny, and I believe I've opened up maybe twice now, and then got some more shows coming up with them. So
Nice. Let's go back to Facebook on the Jack's Local Radio Show group. We got the next question is Bobby Shank. What inspired you to become a country music artist?
that's a good question. When I was younger, I mean, I've always watched CMT, and I was always listening to the Top 20 Countdown late at night, and I just always thought, like, man, I want that to be me. You know, I'd go to concerts with my friends, and I mean, even early on, my mom took me to see. I've seen George Strait, Tim McGraw, Alan Jackson, Kenny Chesney, Shenandoah, Joe Diffie. I mean, all the guys I listened to on the radio, I got the chance to see them growing up. And I always thought, like, that's what I want to do in my life. And when I was little, my mom said I was probably 2 or 3. She took me to a Faith Hill concert. It was, I believe it was Faith Hill, Little Texas, and somebody else. And she said that I pointed at Faith Hill, and I said, Mommy, I've seen that lady on the radio. And then I got to sit on stage at Alan Jackson when I was little. And my mom said I just sat there staring up at him while he was playing. And so I guess that's kind of where it started. And I've always wanted to chase this dream.
So I heard the song called Sometimes. What's the story behind that one?
I got my heart broke really bad. And me and one of my buddies, he was a real good friend of mine, we was sitting around one night, and he said, do you ever think about her? You ever miss her? And I was like, yeah, sometimes. And then it just clicked. And the very next day, I grabbed my phone and got my notepad and started writing down lyrics to some of the things that I would do to not think about her. And turned out to be it's my mama's favorite song.
So you said something in the line there, you say, sometimes you just want to cry?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, I got something for you. If you'd like to cry about it right now for us.
All right.
Maybe sing that song for us.
I'll do it. With the mask on?
With the mask on. We'll sing it.
You can do it!
All right, Jacksonville. Jack's Local Radio Show. We got Alan Higgs singing the song Sometimes. Let's get it.
Sometimes I smoke, sometimes I drink, sometimes I'll say a few words before I think, sometimes I'll lie just to start a fight. But the one thing that I know I won't do tonight, 'cause sometimes
sometimes you're on my mind. I just can't seem to shake your memory. Trust me, I've tried. Sometimes I'll stay up till the break of day and maybe take my truck out for a drive. But the one thing I won't do is break down and cry. Sometimes I hunt, sometimes I fish, sometimes I sit at home alone and reminisce. Sometimes I'll pass out from getting drunk or high. But the one thing that I know I won't do tonight, 'cause sometimes you're on my mind. I just can't seem to shake your memory. Trust me, I've tried. Sometimes I'll stay up till the break of day and maybe take my truck out for a drive. But the one thing I won't do is break down and cry. Break down and cry. Sometimes I'll stay up till the break of day and maybe take my truck out for a drive. But the one thing I won't do, no, the one thing I won't do is break down and cry. But sometimes I want to.
All right, give it up for Alan Higgs. So what are some of your future goals in the music?
I think every aspiring artist is to have a #1 record. That's just to say, you know, even if you did it one time, you can say, I had a #1. Of course, to sign a record deal, but the most important, that's like dearest to my heart, is to play at the Grand Ole Opry. In 2016, I actually moved to Nashville to chase the dream, and was out there just exploring, and went up to the Ryman and got offered to, do the tour. Somebody asked me, would you like to do the tour? And I was like, yeah. And as I went to walk in, I said, no, I'm not walking in this place unless I'm going to perform. And that's a goal I got. I've never been inside. But I told myself that's one of my goals, that if I ever walk in that place, it's going to be to do my sound check.
Right. Is speaking of performing, you have any upcoming shows?
I do. I think I'm like 2 weeks away. October 18th, I'll be performing with Lonely Highway again at Bootsy's Bar in McClenny.
Nice. Any artists you would love to collaborate with in the future?
Musically or
any artist?
Personally.
Any artist.
Oh, I'd love to do a duet with either Miranda Lambert or Kelly Pickler. Because that'd be my way to try to get in their mind and their heart. Because I'd marry both of them.
Let's go back to Facebook on the Jack's Local Radio Show group. And the next question is by Tammy Thomas Peterson. She asks, which country song speaks to your heart?
I'd have to say Justin Moore recorded a song a few years back called One Dirt Road. And that one's kind of, every country boy likes to ride dirt roads. I was just on one earlier today. It's, to me, it's the most peaceful, relaxing place on earth. And that song's about, you know, when your time comes and you go to heaven, let there be just one more dirt road, just one. And that's definitely how I feel. I don't care what's going on up there. I just want one road to ride around on. That's it. So that's definitely that song. It just hits home.
So you got another song you want to play for us?
I actually do. I got one about a dirt road. It kind of fits in perfect with that question. So.
Sweet. And what is it called?
It's called What I Love. I wrote it a few years ago on a dirt road. So I was actually riding down a dirt road and was kind of in my feelings that night, and I wrote a song about the things I love, which just happens to be cold beer, whiskey, and a dirt road. So
sounds like my kind of night.
Damn right.
Well, let's get into it. Jack's Local Radio Show, Alan Higgs.
Monday through Friday brings the stress. Being responsible, I don't do best. But when Friday night finally rolls around, you won't find me out on the town. You can find me with a bottle of whiskey or cold beer on ice, cruising down dirt roads under a starlit sky. Windows down and the radio up puts my heart at ease. It's what I love. Not a care in the world, just some mud on the tires. No cell phone signal, nobody for miles. A full tank of gas, country blaring on the radio. Catching a little buzz on this old back road. With a bottle of whiskey or cold beer on ice, cruising down dirt roads under a starlit sky. Windows down and the radio up puts my heart at ease. It's what I love. It's what I love. A bottle of whiskey or cold beer on ice, cruising down dirt roads under a starlit sky. Windows down and the radio up puts my heart at ease. It's what I love. It's what I love.
All right, give it up for Alan Higgs. Man, I want to thank you for coming to the show. It's been an honor.
Appreciate you bringing me in here.
Awesome music. My first country artist on the radio, on the show. You have any social networks?
Yeah, man. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's Alan Higgs Music, all one word.
Alan Higgs Music, one word.
All one word.
And then you have a website, right?
Yes, www.alanhiggs.com. Right now, the website's kind of under construction, but when it's up to date, it has all my all my show dates, all the upcoming events and news, anything that changes with us, merchandise, all that.
What kind of merchandise you got on there?
Got hats, koozies, got some T-shirts and stuff coming. I actually brought you a little something.
Sweet.
Actually, I got you a Alan Hicks koozie.
Nice.
And
Check that out.
Got you a brand new hat to
So replace this hat.
to replace that one you got on right there. It's a little old looking. Get you a new one. Look, it even fits.
Sweet.
How about that?
I like it.
How about that?
Nice. And then you signed my guitar for me too.
I did. Right up there at the top. I signed it for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, would you wanting to finish the night off with one more song before you go?
Yeah, I figured we had a pretty good night. I'd give you something nobody else has really heard. Got a brand new single coming out for pre-order on October 18th. It hits pre-order at midnight. So
I'm getting the exclusive.
you're getting an exclusive.
I'm getting the exclusive.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Jack's local radio show. You're hearing it first. And what is it called?
Called Kind of Night.
Nice. All right. Thanks for coming to the show.
I appreciate
Let's
it.
give it up one more time for Alan Higgs. Let's get it.
It's been a hell of a week between the work, all the sweat and the grind. I've been planning all day, can't wait to have you by my side. But I don't want to do dinner out on the town. I want to take you somewhere, me and you can just get down. Gonna give you a midnight moonlight creekside kind of night. Blankets in the truck bed making our bodies sweat through the night. Cranking up the Conway, baby, what do you say? We have us a midnight moonlight, blankets in the truck bed, love making kind of night. Candles on the toolbox, tailgate dropped in the truck, backed on the bank. Do a little slow dance, make a little romance, what you think? Why would we do dinner or go hit the town when I could take you to the woods in my truck bed and roll around? Gonna give you a midnight moonlight creekside kind of night. Blankets in the truck bed making our bodies sweat through the night. Crank up the Conway, baby, what do you say? We have us a midnight moonlight, blankets in the truck bed, love making kind of night. It's one of those nights where all I want is you. Girl, you know just what I want to do. Give you a midnight moonlight creekside kind of night. Blankets in the truck bed making our bodies sweat through the night. Crank up the Conway, baby, what do you say? We have us a midnight moonlight, blankets in the truck bed, love making kind of night. Yeah, that kind of night.
If you'd like to help support the show promoting local talent, please cash app us at Money Signs Jack's Local Radio Show.